Hello and welcome. It is Friday, and that means that it is time for a live stream. You'll notice it is just me. There is an empty chair right here. I haven't even bothered to put it back from last week because it's been a busy week here at the old household. So hey, thanks for hanging out. I'm glad you're here, and we're gonna hang out a little bit today. So just a few things going on. One is the San Francisco Pin Show is going on right now. Actually, I need to ask me a question right quick. Let me drop a little chat. Just at the moment here. I forgot to check on this. There. Okay. Alrighty, we'll see if I get a response back from that. But hey, welcome people who are hanging out. We got Becky in the house and maybe Greg. Otherwise, chat today has been a quiet one. So, welcome. So Audrey's at the Pin Show. I am not at the Pin Show, obviously, but that means that I get to do a little bit of housekeeping type stuff. I have like this many inks that I haven't put in my my Fountain Pen Companion online ink database, and so we'll put some of those in today. So we'll look at some inks, we'll talk about some inks, we'll do a little bit of housekeeping type stuff, and I also have some pictures to show that Audrey sent me from the Pen Show. So let me make sure that I have posted this this link in the right places. Oh, somebody on Slack was asking, "Hey, Clipsy, what's up?" Was asking if I was going to do a a walk around video today for San Francisco, and I am not, unfortunately. Oh, good. It's already been posted in most of the places. There. Hi. Do you want to jump on my desk? All right. Here. The unhappiest cat noise. I promise she's not being harmed as horribly as she thinks she is. Hey, come over here. There we go. This is Clipsy. She's our tuxedo cat. All right, let me grab my my photos here. Do I have it up? Yeah, there we go. Sick. So, this... Sorry, Clipsy, you gotta go. So Audrey was taking some shots today. She's been posting them on my Instagram, which is @InkDependence, which you can find on the Instagrams. And she wandered around a little bit for me today and took some pictures, which is fun. Hey, is chat working? I haven't gotten any chats, and that's a little bit weird. So, unable to connect to chat. What's going on here? Hi, Clipsy. Sorry, I don't know. All right, let's see if there's something weird going on here. Oh, wow, people are really chatting in the chat. What's going on with my chat? Let me just do a little bit of, I don't know why this is being like this, but okay. Did it see my hello? It saw my hello. Closet walked. Oh man, there's so many people in the chat. All right, now how do I get this? Why isn't it showing up? Clipsy. I know. Goodness. All right. Let's see. Is it showing up here? It's not. What's going on? There's nothing. There shouldn't. This is me trying to fix this quickly. Okay. Now that's weird. It's saying, I'll show you this a little bit. It's saying cannot connect to chat. Okay, well that's inconvenient, but we'll roll with it. Let me just pop the chat out here. We'll drag the chat over, and we'll be fine. Okay. All right, so way more people are here than I thought there were. Awesome. I am into that. So, hey, Greg and David and Ruth And Carol, hey, Carol, how's it going? And Jan and Adern and Annie and Clifford and Darlene and Christine and Martin and Greg and Russell and PB. Hey, what's up, PB? Claire is in the house. Greg is still here with Power and Internet. Look at that. Inky Hobbit in the house. Pens, Pencils Plus, indeed. Ruth, hey, what's up? Should have sent Audrey with a drone to fly around San Francisco. I bet they would love indoor drone flying. Closet walkthrough? No. Chat check. Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. Great Clipsy ASMR. You mean all the Hey, you don't get to be a pest. You were being a pest, and you need to stop it. Gremlin strike again. That's weird, Becky. It held your like and subscribe, which I think is funny. It's a 2-minute, 2-pen minimum pen feed enter. Please put your pens here. Yeah. Well, I'm glad there are actually people here. So let's see what people have been saying. Your ink dependence. So here, I was scrolling back and said, hello, ink dependence. And that's actually something that I think is kind of interesting, is that a lot of people have like a name for their audience. I don't really have a name for my audience. I think ink dependence is kind of fun. Like dependence, like you would claim a dependent on your taxes or something. I think that's fun. But if we come up with, it's not like the pithiest thing. Ink dependence doesn't like roll off the tongue very well. So if we can come up with a really good one, that would be dope. Let's see, role name in the Discord. Indeed. Let's see, it's like the old days solo will keep you company. Thank you, Carol. The bad old days when it was just me. An Aussie company. Oh, Ector is an Aussie company that makes art supplies. They just released some fountain pens and you have them on the way. You should see how they are. That sounds cool. Hello from Atlanta. Hey, Atlanta. I will definitely say hi to Dr. Audrey for you, and she said to say hi to all of you for her when I FaceTimed with her earlier on today with our friend Cheryl. This could be a pen show. Shows us the pens. Oh, we'll have some pens. Hope Odd had a good flight. Bags and knives today. Funny story about bags and knives today, PB. One is I have a new knife, so we can totally do that. I don't have any new bags, but I did get Audrey to travel with two of my current bags. She is using the... I like nick myself over here or something? Yeah, that's weird. She's using the red version of this Tom Ben Cynic back here. What is going on? Let's see, maybe I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. It's very strange that I can't get chat to pop up. I guess I'll just turn that off because we don't need that big gray spot if it's not going to be working. She's using that bag to travel with. That was her carry-on, or her like personal... personal item, I guess is what they call that. And then she took my rickshaw duffel as her carry-on. So she is fully mic bagged out. And she said they worked great. I already asked. So we'll take a look at a pen here in a sec. Or take a look at a knife here in a sec. All right. So let's take a look at some pictures that Audrey took of the old San Francisco pen show. So here we have, I'm going to try to walk you through these as best I can because I'm not there, obviously. But hey, Susan, what's up? And hey, Jacob. This is Rickshaw's Corner here, Rickshaw Bagworks. Y'all know I love some Rickshaw Bagworks stuff. They have whipped up some really nice custom things for me over the years, including my cool bird pen sleeves that I currently have. There was another flower one last year that was a lot of fun. Hey, Rick, what's up? So there's Rickshaw's Corner. Some more Rickshaw stuff. He only brings like tote bags and stuff to these San Francisco pen shows, which actually I think is kind of too bad because he makes all kinds of cool bags, and I think he could sell some bags, but he really only brings totes. There's some more. You get some sleeves up here, a big old bin of sleeves down here. There's a big bin of stickers up in there. Stickers are very, very inexpensive. They're like 50 cents, which is like, frankly, he's got to be taking a loss on those stickers because I can't even print them for 50 cents. So let's see. Then we have here Iron Feather, who makes all kinds of cool carved pens. Let's see if I can kind of zoom in. I can zoom in a little bit, yeah. Oh, look at that. It's like looks like he's got some painting on pens right here, which is interesting. And this one looks really cool too. It's like it's blackened and then carved in, kind of scrimshaw style. Looks like we have some wood and resin combinations. He's got all kinds. This is a pen that you can take the Yovo cartridge out, like the Yovo nib unit out of, and put in like this blade. So you can have like a pen knife, which is kind of fun. Are any of those eyedroppers? I bet you could eyedropper most of them, actually. because they're all acrylics and alumilites and things like that. And so you could probably eyedropper any of them. I don't know about the wood ones. I'm not really sure how those work, like the stabilized wood stuff. I think Iron Feather dyes the wood as opposed to painting it? Really? Like even these? That's interesting. I've never seen these before. I don't think he had them in DC, so I don't know. I can't tell you for sure. But yeah, I found out when I was talking to Brian Weaver there, who's the Iron Feather artist dude, that yeah, I know, nose alert indeed. Here's the cat cam, a little bit of nose. You're not standing in the cat cam where you ought to be. I'll scoot you back a little bit. There's a top of the cat cam. So I was talking to him, and he was on Forged in Fire, which is a like a blade making show that you can watch on TV. So he was on there. I'm not gonna tell you if he won. Awesome. It's still porous. I wouldn't do it with wood. We'll check it out. Yeah, I'm not really sure. So like stabilized wood, I don't know how that works with ink. Like, anyone else here on Jonathan Brooks' live chat last night? I wasn't. No, I didn't know he had one. And then there's, I don't know who this is. Oh, that's got to be Kiwi inks. Yeah. Yeah, if we zoom in real hard, that's Kiwi inks. Cool. So I have corresponded with him a little bit on through email and whatnot. And Audrey said she went back and talked to him. So that's pretty cool. I actually didn't even know who this was until I looked real close at these ink bottles. But yeah, Kiwi Inks is in the house there. You can see there's lots of face masks going on. The photos I've seen have been pretty darn face masky. This is the sailor table, as you can see from this giant sailor pin back here, and also our friend Rachel, who is the, let's see, is that Rachel? Yep, totally is. That's Rachel. She has her new super short haircut, which I dig. She's back there slinging sailor inks. Looks like we've got some Kobe in the house. We've got these are Sailor Manyo inks, which I have really enjoyed. Sailor Manyo inks, they have been really good for me. Some very nice ink samples here. Ooh, what's this? Number 16 Nada Brown. That looks cool. I like that. Those are really good swatches. Whoever's doing those, top rank for swatches. I'd like to see some more of those IRL. Yeah, I would too. Showed some brush painting on a pin section. Oh, interesting. Let's see. Those are notebooks and such that they've got down there. These are, I can't see. They're probably Logicals or Oasis or something like that. There you go. There's some sailor action. There's Audrey holding a big old fountain pen. Look at that stub. That's no, come on. Look at that stub. Woo! That would put down some ink. I wish they had a nib size here that was just like, all X's and then an L at the end. I think that would be fun. But there's Audrey right there. Let's see who else is in the background here. Pentooling.com. If you need any pen tools, that's a place to go for sure. This looks like Michael Sull a little bit. I'm not sure if Sull is there or not. But that looks like him. No telling what's going on over here. This was before the public entry, but I think they were actually open. That's Banner's Hulk pen. That's right. 6.5 nib size. I think it's a 6.5 inch nib size, something like that. 11 centimeter stub. I don't know. It might be bigger than that. I thought she could only work on FC and nibs. I imagine that they would let her. They would let her work on that. I think Scott would maybe be okay with that. So there's that. These are definitely from Tasha. We have down here. Yeah, I want to say these are probably Oasis notebooks, although I can't read them. I'm pretty sure that's an Oasis logo. Tasha has these very nice Japanese pen rolls. They're made out of this kimono fabric. That's pretty sweet. There's a little bit of Urushi action there. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is one of those Pen World like. Or no, that's just a table tent. Is what that is. There's a Tasha Spectrum, I believe, is what these are. I have one of these. I want to say it's like the Pinnacle or something. I can't remember. What that's exactly called. I've had it for ages. I never got around to reviewing it though. There's Odd's Toes. Yep. There's Sujin. She runs Tasha, I think. And there's a whole bunch more Urushi and other good stuff. These are made to look like samurai swords. Still looks like they're kind of setting up just a little bit. Yeah, it's got to be Sull because these are his handwriting manuals. But she didn't catch them. Thanks, Audrey, for the pics. Yeah, I will definitely. I will give her a thank you when I talk to her next. Yeah, very cool of her to take a little bit of time. Oh, who's in the back here? What have we got going on? No telling. I don't recognize. Looks like that's an amalgamation of things. No telling. Lisa Van Ness is there? You're making me dizzy? Oh, sorry. Lisa Van Ness is there. I didn't think that Van Ness was going to go to this show, but apparently they flew out. And so she has like 4 tables, at least 3 tables, I think. And she brought a bunch of ink there. More ink than I would expect from people who are flying. But that's Gentleman Joe Crace, the gentleman stationer, and Lisa Van Ness right there. So you couldn't go. It's okay. I wasn't looking forward to that flight anyway. It wasn't a show that I was counting on going to. Man, you put me in one of those like economy seats, and I feel like an ogre just crammed into a tiny like you see those internet videos of cats that cram themselves into boxes that are way too small. That's me. She has an exclusive ink with Vinta. Does she? Is that public knowledge? Maybe we'll talk about that later. But hope the furballs are keeping me company. They have all actually deserted me. Oh no, Clipsy's down here. You can't. Oh, there she is. You just see her face. Yeah, they have mostly deserted me. They're a little bit bitter about. Oh yeah, there's Mr. Nose. What's up? The word is out. Okay, cool. Then we'll talk about it. Maybe I'll even show it to you. Yeah, this is the San Francisco Pin Show. This is what's going on today, Nancy. Right now, as a matter of fact. She's got some Ferris wheel press here. Let me zoom in. SF is a long ride from NC. It certainly was. Audrey, let's see, they left here at 4:30, I think, our time, and she didn't get to her hotel room until after 3 a.m. local, or 3 a.m. our time. So, yeah, it was a really long day. There were delays, there were all kinds of things. Going to San Francisco, honestly, I was thinking about this earlier, and I don't know how the heck anybody plans anything business-wise for travel to San Francisco in the air. Like, it always seems like there are hours of delay. Hey, bud. So, all right, that's Ferris Wheel Press. We got Robert Oster here. These, I can't really make out what those are. I would guess either Narwhal or maybe Opuses. It doesn't look like Opus packaging, so I'm not really sure. We got some Vinta here. This one looks like it might be her ink, which we'll talk about here. It's fortunate to see him visit with our guy Mike. Well, I mean, I'm all right. So there's that. There's her ink books. We've got, this is also Van Ness stuff. She takes a lot of the Galen leather stuff when they go to DC, so they don't have to take it all the way back with them. And I don't think Galen was planning to go to this show, but you never know with them. Sometimes they just show up. But we have these big, I want to say these are like B5 or B4 or something size. They're really big folios. I didn't get one of those because I didn't have anything that would fit. Like, I don't need that size. San Francisco is notorious for flight delays. Well, this time it was Houston, but one time we went, we waited in the airport for I think 7 hours or 5 hours before we even got on our 7-hour flight. It was nuts. Yeah, lots of that stuff there. And then it looks like people from NC, that is luxury brands, went out to San Francisco. And this is luxury brand stuff. They rep a whole bunch of different brands we'll see here because she took pictures of the whole table. We got Colorverse stuff here. Stars and Stripes, the ink of the year. Yeah, all right. It's pretty cool. I like that one all right. They got the one for DC, which I actually forgot to get. Maybe I'll tell Audrey to grab one. Maybe not. I don't know. I've got a lot of ink right now. We'll see how it goes. Then this is Nebula Note, which is a Tomoe River notebook, and they're actually getting kind of hard to find, I think. I grabbed one at DC. Haven't used it yet, but I grabbed one. Hey, Laura, welcome. I don't know... Who is this? More Nebula. It's got the same logo. But, yeah, I'm not familiar with these ring-bound ones. I didn't know they made ring-bind. Let's see... then a little bit further down the table, they've got the Ink Miser stuff, which is fun. You can throw those in your bottle of ink or use them to fill up ink from your bottle. You've got noodlers here, pens and inks. They've got like a little corner of those, which is probably fine. They've also got D. Charles, which I'm not familiar with, but looks like some pretty nice leather stuff. I'm actually kind of curious what this is. This little platform. I don't know. May have to contact them and see like, hey, what's that? Excited about the new CV line. It's all star names. Oh, I haven't seen those yet. I haven't got a new color verse in a little while, actually. They've got Bennu. Some of these actually don't look too outlandish, although they've all got a lot of sparkle to them. They've got, looks like Goer? I have no idea. I've never seen this brand before. Let me zoom in. Yeah, I don't know this brand at all. They're interesting looking pens, though. Gioia. Well, this blue one looks pretty tight with blue and like ruthenium, maybe. Interesting. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Must be a new brand from them. And then Waldman, who I've never actually used. Gioia? Is that how it is? Never even heard of that one. It's Italian? I believe it. Gioia. Cool. And then Waldman, which is a German brand that I'm not super familiar with. I haven't tried any of those, but they look pretty cool sometimes. Let's see what else we got here. Platinum 3776, a bunch of platinums on the table there, including IQs, a bunch of the fancy little fancy seasonal preppies. I think those are season-based or something like that. It's a new set that I just saw recently in an email, but I don't know much about them. It's a big yawn, Mr. Nose. If only I had the cat cam still. Just back of his head. But there you go. Got some platinum. They also have the testers out there if you want to test their nibs. It's a good thing to do. Hey, Glenn. Good morning to you. Can I flip this? Yeah. So, what do we have here? Oh, this must be a part of the pilot table. This looks like Bill's shirt. He wears a shirt. New preppies of the bomb? That's good. Wellman does a lot of the custom work for GVFC. Oh, that's interesting. Joya site's in Italian, but it looks like Appleboom carries them. Well, I bet a bunch of people are going to start carrying them because they got a set from Endless, and they're breathtaking? Breathtaking preppies, huh? All right. This has got to be Bill's shirt. He likes to wear that shirt. And this is a bunch of the pilot stuff, including pen wraps, which I don't think they had in DC. The new... Oh, this is the new... Vanishing Point limited edition for this year, which is black fading to bright blue and an ombre. That looks pretty cool. I do kind of wish the black went a little bit further before they started the blue ombre bit, but, you know, whatever. I'd like to see that in person one of these days. Anything else there that looks brand new? It looks pretty like some stuff we've seen before. What happens if we flip this? Oh, that's way worse. If we do this, it's a little bit better. We've got all kind of vanishing points here. We've got 823s. We've got elites. The case matches the VP. Oh, it does it? Let me go back a tick. Oh, it does. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice that, Susan. Good call. Good catch. And then there are a few pictures of this table, which is Day Art Store, I think, which is wax seals and stamps. They have all... Yeah, there we go. At Day Art Store. And these look pretty darn cool. Ombre is the bombre. You know, I haven't actually liked any of the ombre ones. They've done purple and like pinky red, and wasn't there one other ombre? I forget, but I just like, oh yeah, the orangey red one I think is what I'm thinking of. It's like, meh, I like the guilloche ones a little bit better for those seasonals. But this blue and black looks pretty okay. So, look at this handle on this wax seal. They've got all kinds of wax chips here for melting. That's pretty sweet. Lots of big seals and cups and things. This is a little furnace. You put a tea lamp under there and set your little wax cup there. Have you tested out the Flexbook notebooks? I don't think so. The bad ombre. London Pin Company will be back from vacation. Inline shop running. Oh, an online shop running. I don't know London Pin Company. Twilight, Crimson Dawn, and several Japan only. Yeah, Japan only. Those are the ones. Look at that. Now that is a wax seal holder right there. Look at that handle. It's like a bust. We got horses, Christmas trees, a pilgrim. I don't know what that is. Looks weird. Oh, it's Athena. That's Athena looking down with her helmet on her head. All kinds of good wax seals up in there. Some real big ones too. Look at these long wax seals. That would take so much wax. Handmade exclusive wax seal and spoon sets. Please ask for prices. Oh, interesting. No idea what they run, obviously. There's some more. And even more. Audrey's clearly like, you haven't seen these, Mike. Have a bunch of pictures. Lots of wax seals here. This is an interesting idea. These are These look like the racks for test tubes, like I keep my sample vials in. But they've used them to hold wax seal heads. That's neat. I wonder what this is. Something buff? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Interesting. Peyton Street Pens. London Pen Company has some custom pens from several blank makers and does some of his own blank. Oh, cool. Peyton Street Pens buys a bunch of lots, I think, and like estates and such, like whole collections of pens and sells them. It's almost like Audrey knows what I like. Yeah, stuff I haven't seen before is something I like for sure. They've always got a huge number of pens out there, just racks and racks of them. Yeah, it could be metal polish, but like, why have that at the wax seal thing? Like, I guess you could polish your wax seal? I don't know. So yeah, these are, looks like mostly vintage. These might be like Ranga ebonite rods, or maybe they're Ranga pens that are just cylindrical. So I got the big Ranga sign back here is why I'm thinking that. Looks like some neat stuff. These definitely look like more Ranga things. Let me turn this. Oh, it's so much worse. Nope. This is the best way to view it. Yeah, it looks like all kinds of Ranga stuff, I think. I've never used any of the Ranga pens, but sometimes they look pretty cool. Nobody likes a tarnished seal. I mean, you wouldn't even be able to see it, you know? There we go. This is Rickshaw again. She must have circled back around, or really, she probably took a bunch of pictures and there's going to be some duplicates in here. And the show special prices he's got going on are real good. Pen sleeves are half price. Pen koozies are $10 off. Woo! Wow. Tote bags are $15. Mugs and caddies? Wow. Wow. Well, go over there, get some sick... do you like ebonite pens? You know, I don't actually have any ebonite pens. So I don't know. I don't really have a solid answer for you there. I mean, I don't dislike them for sure. Heard something about mixing metallics with the wax to make shimmery seals. Stationary orbit. Interesting. More of the bins of pen sleeves and such. Koozies and whatnot. Some stickers. I really like these ones that are like look like sea creatures. They got like cuttlefish and octopuses and things of that nature. There's a big bin of pen sleeves for you to sift through. Ooh, this one looks cool. Look at that. That's a neat design. Back to Iron Feather. Some more normal Alumilite pens. $1.95 for those. That's it. That's all of them. We get a better look at these stabilized wood and resin mixes, though. Some of those look pretty cool. Yeah, neat. Cool. So there you go. That's a little taste of the pen show. Everything's okay. Light material. It can tarnish in oxygen or water. Don't soak vintage. Oh yeah, don't. You don't want to do that. Don't put in a bunch of light and don't let it stay wet. Because I mean it's rubber and it'll like turn brown and stuff. It's not great. Silver or gold markers to go over a seal once you've done it. That's true. I do that sometimes. Do I have that marker here? Yeah. I use one of these actually. I've got a metallic silver Sharpie right here that I use just for that purpose, which is that'll give you the raised bits. There are also some nice metallic pigment stamp pads that you can use. Hey Anna, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. And you can put your wax seal on that stamp first, like the metal bit. Put it on the metallic stamp, and then press it into your wax, and it'll leave the stamp, the metallic pigment in the wax. I think it looks good. It really gives you a lot of fine details and that sort of thing. So there you go. That is what's up with San Francisco. I got a couple of pins in the mail today. Actually, you can see my Tootsie Roll stash here because I am an adult. You're not in SF. I don't know why I thought you were. Silly, because I go to a lot of pin shows, but no, I'm not doing SF. I'm also like, I'm not going to do Dallas because Audrey's not going to Dallas, and so it would be a whole thing. But I don't know if I'm going to go to Chicago at this point. I'm kind of leaning against it now, which is too bad, but that's the way she goes. A viewer donated a couple of pens to the channel and me, which is neat. I said, hey, let me get your P.O. box so I can send a couple of your pens your way. And so he did. So I opened that box up, and there's an Opus 88 and a Kara's Customs, which is pretty fun. Let me grab the desk focus here, turn that off. Good. Okay. What about Ohio? Is Ohio happening? I don't know anything about Ohio. I've actually never been to Ohio. You say don't go. I'm selfish and want you safe. I mean, like, honestly, I'd probably be okay. I don't have any, like, maladies, and I'm vaccinated and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see. Looking like I won't go. Mr. Nose, I love that you're here and all, but... Whoa, what's this artifact? Weird. Alright. There you go. So, this is a Kara's Custom Ink. This is probably... this is definitely the newer revision. I had one of the original ones, and it had a different section and a different nib setup in it. You do... What about Greg? Oh, you need an Opus 88? I don't know. I've got one Opus 88, and it's pretty good. I only just looked at this briefly before. Let's see, does this have the dot on it? Let's take this out real quick. Inks are a touch too big for you? Inks are pretty big. I had an ink. Like I said, one of the original inks from back in the day. Yeah, see, this doesn't even have a dot on the they call this the nib housing that they usually do. I'm gonna guess this is probably I'm gonna go probably a fine. A little hard to say. You're considering the ink. The ink is a pretty big pen. You compare it to a lot of other stuff. Let's see what we can compare it to. It's not terribly heavy though. This one isn't, which is nice. And I like the orange color, of course. Obviously, that's my jam. Chloro Demonstrator is amazing. You have two and keep switching the nibs with pilot parallels. That's pretty cool. I forget what mine is called. It's not inked up at the moment. I don't have it handy. But we'll take a look at this one. Let's see. Here it is next to an Opus 88. Or an Opus 88, goodness. Kasama. Kasama. I don't know how I was having trouble with that. Kasama Una. It is with a Diplomat Arrow. Here's the Twisby. So it's in that size range, but it's also like it's a pretty thick pen compared to a lot of these. It just kind of feels pretty big, But yeah, swell gift, very nice. This viewer has sent me some other stuff in the past too, which is really cool. There was one ink that he was tired of me not reviewing because I just didn't have it. Looks like the nib's a little bit out of whack here, but we can deal with that later. I do like the engraving, like the laser bit that they do on the nib. I think that makes it look pretty good. They give it stripes. It's pretty neat. Are y'all seeing like a red dot right on the screen? Oh, no, you won't. I know what that is. That's a sizing dot. Never mind, you're fine. I thought my camera was going bad and had a dead pixel or something, but it does not. We're okay. All right. So that's one thing that he sent me was this this very cool Kara's Customs. Slam that back in there. One thing that's nice about the Kara's Customs is they are pretty well indestructible. Just a big hunk of milled aluminum. There's that stuff. KarasPenco.com. My chat back up. Used to pocket carrying ink, but it seemed like the cap always wanted to come unscrewed. Yeah, I definitely had that as a problem with mine, and it seemed like the fix was basically they said just put it on harder. Like you're not gonna damage an ink by screwing the cap down too much, so that's good. But yeah, it does have a tendency to try to unscrew itself. Venice has an ink has a Kara's ink with a titanium nib you've been thinking about. Titanium nibs are interesting. And if you can get one at a good price, I say give it a try. But titanium nibs they're kind of weird. So be careful with them. They aren't flex, even though it sounds like they are. Let's see. A specific question to you. What describes a fountain pen for you? I mean, are FP special... Wait. For you when you use them, or you like all pen kinds at the same weight? Yeah, Dan something. I forget his name. His last name, actually, off the top of my head. Dan. Yeah. So this is the Opus 88 that he sent me, and I don't know anything about this. Let's see if it has any information here. This is how you fill a pen. These are eyedropper only pens. Oh, this is Stylo and Stile. This might be a specific one for them because I'm not familiar with this one. What TI nib you've liked got from a company that's not producing pens right now? Yeah, I've never liked the titanium nibs. They feel kind of mushy, like they're soft, but like in a mushy way. Dan Bishop, that's it. That's the one. He's Design Concussion on Instagram, or at least he was. I haven't seen him on there in a little while. This is a very different shape and color situation from my other Opus 88. This is really interesting. Opus 88 here. I don't know what model it is though. It's got a curvy barrel with this. This is the blind cap down here that moves the piston out of the way. First used the T9 and went like this. Went like this is nice. See how much flex they have. Wow, and that. Yeah, mushy. Omar. I think the Omar is specifically a clear one, and I think it's more cylindrical. But this one has got kind of a bulbous cap, kind of a bulbous body. Does it say anything on the nib? It's a different nib than mine too, which is really interesting. So here's what the nib looks like. It's got like boxes on it. Bella, I don't know. See, I think mine's a Jazz, which is a little different. Oh yeah, I can show you next to a Lamy Safari. Let me. You have a Safari. Yep, I have a Safari in my box of pens to clean. Yeah, there you go. Like it's not that much longer than a Safari, but it's a whole different. It's like it's on a different scale, you know. Like it's pretty big. Reminds you of duck blinds and camo. Yeah, I could see that. It's a weird combo, huh? Should have the name of the end of the box. I don't think it. Oh, it does. I hadn't seen the side of the box. There you go. Opus 88 Bella, genuine eyedropper fountain pen, medium nib, made in Taiwan. The Bella. There you go. But in the hand, it's pretty big. Like it really kind of fills the hand because it's so thick right here in the middle. Whereas the Safari is much more of a slender pen than this Opus 88 Bella. But this is pretty cool. I actually only just got these home from the post office just like, I don't know, an hour or so ago. Well, maybe more like an hour and a half now. So there we go. 2 new pens for me to try out and check out for the channel. Also, notice it does come with an eyedropper to squoonch ink into there. It's the only way to fill these. They don't have any cartridge or converter capability. Thank goodness it's genuine. So there you go. You can see that's the little nipple on the end of the I wonder if no, I couldn't. There's a post in there on the end of the nib unit. I think these are just Yovo nib units. Oh, this one might be Bach. This looks like a Bach nib unit to me. Interesting. Yeah, it's number 6. I want to say this is Bach, though. Does not seem to be exclusive to SNS. Okay, so maybe he just got it at SNS and they just put a sticker on it. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to look at these. So what makes this interesting and why it has a blind cap, it's not a piston pen and it's not a vac, although it has this rod that goes down the middle. I'll allow that. It has this rod that goes down the middle, and when you have this locked down, it actually presses this bit down into this sort of hollow that they've got in here, and it sort of closes off the section so that ink doesn't flow. They use both in different models. Yeah, I think they must, because my other one is definitely a Yovo. But this one I think is a Bach. I'm pretty sure this is a Bach nib unit, which is interesting. So, there you go. What'd you miss? I don't know. We're looking at the San Francisco Pen Show, David. We're looking at a couple of pens that a viewer sent me to try out. Very generous and cool. There we go. All right, put those back over here. Chew back in there. All right. So that's that. Clipsy purring into the mic and over you. Oh yeah, did she purr to the mic or is she just going yowl into the mic? Because that one hates to be picked up. Hates it. Begs to be picked up. Hates it. Is it an ink window? Yeah. Yeah, it's an ink window on there for sure. Yep. Can you make a glass dip pen recommendation? Interested in getting one and not sure where to start? Yeah, absolutely. I have 2 of them right here. Let me go grab the box right quick because I will never remember what they're called. So these are from Goer Inks, Shigure. And this is the one that I like better. Yeah, there we go. The red series Pomegranate from... What's the name of it? There we go. Matsubokuri. Comes in at $70, which is not cheap, but it is a real nice glass pen. And that's this one. Has this sort of like interesting filament action in here. You have the Opus Demonstrator. Yeah, that's the Omar, I think, and that is massive. But it has a very nice tip on it. Doesn't feel scratchy or whatever. It holds a good amount of ink in here in these channels. It has a built-in roll stop, which is this thing, so you can set it on your desk. My desk is not even. It is not level, but it will do this. Yeah, Papier Plume has a bunch too, but Shigure and Papier Plume are the places I think you should go to look for glass pens, because both of them source them from individual places. So like Papier Plume will like go to France and find a person in France who makes them, or go to Italy and find like this one person who makes them in their house or whatever, and they make really nice ones. Is it the Omar demo or the Opus 88 tube demo? I'm pretty sure the Omar is the demo. Not scratchy, holds the ink. Yeah, this will hold quite a lot of ink. It depends on the ink, right? So if you're using fountain pen ink in a dip pen, it really depends on a lot of ink facts as to whether it's going to hold a lot. So like, how viscous is the ink? What kind of surface tension does it allow? All kinds of things. But it does a pretty darn good job. It doesn't just like, I haven't had any inks just fall off of that particular pen. So it doesn't make big blobs, because sometimes you get blobs. I had this one cheap one, and it just gave me blobs. There's also the G. Herban ones, which are pretty good. And this one is from Chemi's Labo. And while I really like this pen, I think it's very comfortable to hold. It's kind of got this like fat body on it, and then it has this little skinny tail, which is, this is a nice hold. And it holds actually a really good amount of ink. I don't know if we can, yeah, there you go. You can see how deep those ink channels are on this nib. Let's see how this is. This one's kind of harder to see because there are more of them and they're smaller. But yeah, the Opus naming conventions are really bizarre, and I've never really paid that much attention to them, frankly. But this holds a lot of ink, and it says it's a medium, but man, is this broad. This is very broad. We'll see on some of my ink cards. You're like, wow, that's a lot of ink right there, and that's probably this. Anna says, I was told by an Italian glass specialist that the patent for glass pens was initially French, registered during the war, so even Italian glass blowers in Murano are using a French patent. I'm not shocked by that, frankly. I have an alert set up for when the Shigure restocks the EF nibbed glass pens. EF, huh? This fine is already pretty fine, but yeah, that's the thing to look for. I think that Alex at Shigure brings in really good stuff. I also think that Papier Plume brings in really good stuff too, so, you know, both of those, I trust that they're not going to be some junk. Though it might be a little more pricey, but you kind of get what you pay for sometimes with stuff like that. So, there you go. All right. Let me put these back over here. The only thing with glass pens is like keeping them in a place where a cat won't knock them over and destroy them. Because they want to. It is their fondest wish to destroy. So, I haven't heard back from Lisa. No, she's at a pen show. No way she's gonna see that. So I'm just gonna do it. Let's find that thing. Any advice for a first-time pen show goer? Absolutely. I actually have a whole entire video about that, Jessica. So if you look at the channel, you will find that for sure. Are you going to San Francisco this weekend? It's too much for me to go over here, but if you have specific questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. But yeah, I've definitely got some advice. Here we go. The model name on the first one, is Matsubakuri, I think it is. And this is the pomegranate, the Red Series Pomegranate. Matsubakuri, I believe is what it is. I'd have to open this whole thing up again to see. Yeah. Oh, going to Dallas next month. Nice. Yeah. Comfortable shoes, water bottle, notebook, small bag to carry purchases. I like those things. Those are awesome. Yeah, good. So this is an ink that Vinta made specifically for Van S pens. We'll zoom in a little bit here. Just like they do demonstrators in Colora, Omar, and Jazz. All right, cool. I wonder which one I have. I'm not gonna. Should I look it up? I'll look up and see which one I have. See if I can find. I have. Well, they do a bunch of different Omars. I thought Omar was just the one, but there are a bunch of them. There's the Bella. Yeah, Dromgools has the Bella too. Interesting. Don't know. I don't think I have that handy. All right. So this is Vinta Sodalite, which is actually not on the box. It says here Kislap, Kislap. Maybe that's Sodalite in Filipino. I don't know what they speak in the Philippines now that I think about it. But this is what the bottle looks like. There's a cute little bottle, and you can see there is a ton of shimmer down there in the bottom. It falls out of solution pretty quickly, but Tagalog, that's it. I wanted to say I thought that was right, but I didn't want to make that mistake. Let's give it a bit of a shake. You can see it pops into solution really quickly, which is fun. And there's kind of what that ink looks like. This is a really interesting ink, and I'm going to have a review up for it in the very near future. I've almost finished writing it. Where'd my pen go? Here it is. So I put it in this TWSBI Go because TWSBI pens are weirdly good at shimmer ink. And you can see it is mostly shimmer. You can see it in the feed. You can see it up here on the base of the nib. You can see it in this feed that's exposed. You can see it in the ink tank back here. Just a ton and a half of shimmer. So what does it look like on a swatch card? Well, it looks like this. It is, I don't know if this ink itself really has much in the way of color. Like, it's kind of, this is the chromatography for it. There's not a whole lot of color going on in this ink. That ink is like just there to be a shimmer vehicle. Yeah, ink is 10 a.m. Central Time. She told me 9, I think. Yeah, she said 9 a.m. to me, so that'd be 10 a.m. Eastern Time, I think, Susan. Pretty sure. It'll be $14.99, and I think they have plenty of it. I don't think that it's going out of style or anything. But, too dark? What's too dark? Oh, other Dallas-specific recommendations. Water bottle isn't as neat as the hotel does well with providing water. The bar scene afterwards is bottom 5 for hanging out with pens. Yeah, but I don't know why. Like, it's weird. I think it's just because the days are so long. But, yeah, it is weird. The bar there is really good. Like, it's got a good bar at Dallas. I don't know. Just got the newsletter. Oh, interesting. So this is what Sodalite looks like. And it is intensely shimmery. Which is kind of cool. Because, I mean, the ink itself is like nothing. You get more of this than you do anything else, which is like a bare ink bit, but then you get a ton of shimmer. So it's kind of weird. Let me do a little zoom in even harder. Let's do a little writing sample right quick. This is Vinta. And a TWSBI Go. What size is this? I think it's a medium. It's like Serena plus Shimmer. I'm not that familiar with most of the Ventas. I've only used like 2 Ventas. But this color that you're seeing here is really mostly Shimmer. If I can get it to... There we go. The weird thing about Shimmer inks is they don't really show up. How is it on TR? It's weird on TR. Because... And it might be that I need a different nib or something. But it's a little strange on TR because your nib just kind of wants to skate on TR. Tomoe River. So here it is. Y'all still go hit that video when I post it though. I'm gonna spill the beans here, but go see go see that anyway. Yeah, maybe they're all dead tired after 8 to 8 Friday. Yeah, for sure. The bar is hella dark and only exposed glass, atrium, and lack of lighting. It's okay. So there it is. And you can see it's still mostly Shimmer, but sometimes your pen will want to skate, and so you'll get areas like the top of this S and these right here, where you'll see like that's the color of the ink, is that real light color. And then as you draw a letter, it's sort of like the shimmer follows the line because that's where the liquid is, and so you get like a bunch of shimmer here in this little little thing for the G, but then the curve of the G you don't get a whole lot, which is kind of interesting. It's going to be a special occasion ink, I think, for sure. But one thing that's cool about this ink is it is really good with a dip pen. So this was a dip pen. Let me just, I'll just go ahead and dip it, because hey, why not? I got the dip pen here. I got a glass of water here. That's all the things I need. We use this big fat dip pen. You love Vinta Armada. Serena's your least favorite. Julio is also a vehicle for Shimmer, which you use a lot for art. Yeah, I think it's probably... I think it's a great Shimmer. I'm really impressed with it. I've stayed up way too late at the Dallas show before, but... yeah, there's not a whole lot of bar action. There'll be like 1 or 2 big tables. So here it is. It goes really well into those fins. Also, I need to flatten out this card. It's a little bit... it's a little bit curvy still. So... There you go. You said way too late at Mini show. I hear that. Yep. Better be great on Cal. Might be. Let me see. Do I have some Cal? I do. Let's just mess with it. Hey, why not? Yeah, look at all that. Look at all that shimmer off that dip nib, man. Woo! So much. So much. So I think this is actually really good from a dip. And if I had a folded nib, I bet this would be bonkers on a good folded nib. Like, I bet it would be cool. So this is Cosmo Airlight 115, which is the thick boy Airlight. Cosmo Air Heavy, some might even call it. Your bedtime is 6 p.m. Oh, Claire. All right. Let's back off a little bit. Something for the Nightmare Denver show at the backup hotel. It had a good bar. Interesting. I like the OG Hotel's bar. I thought it was pretty good. And the food was really good there. All right. I don't like this at all. This it might be better on the lighter Cosmos, but this is unpleasant because it's so pillowy that it just like it catches the edge of the dip nib, and I don't like that feeling at all. Let's try the finer one. I'll tell you, it looks really good. Like my honesty. It looks really good, but man, it doesn't feel good to write. It's just, whoa. Ugh. But it looks great. I mean, except for the Cosmo bit where I was pressing down too hard here is what happened, because I wasn't ready for the pillowiness of the Cosmo Air Thick. But I don't know what you'll do with your doggo. Oh, you can't bring your doggo? Lame. You should be able to bring your doggo. Let me, do you think she'd get along with people? Let's blot that a little bit. So I don't think that would have ever dried. But yeah, it looks good. It just feels bad to backpack Una. That's what's up. Cal drinks ink. I mean, I don't know. She bark at everyone and everything. Aw. Yeah, I don't know. It looks great. Looks great. Feels bad. But man, look at that. This reminds me kind of like these Sakura jelly rolls. They make some glittery. Is this a glitter one? Did I pick up a shimmer one? No, I didn't. These Sakura jelly rolls have a gel ink that is super wet and goes down real thick. And this kind of reminds me of the shimmery jelly rolls. Oh, Una hates men. That's right. Whatever. I would still toss a treat in her general direction. So, yeah. Probably the thinner weights of Cal will be better. The actual Cal Air Lights and not Cal Air Heavies. But that's fun. I'm glad you mentioned that. I would have forgotten to try it on that paper. It's not a paper I use all that often, even though I have like a bunch of it. So, all right. So, yeah, there you go. That's, has this dried? Yeah. Also, it dries pretty nice, but you're going to get some glitter coming off of it, especially since this is brand new. Let's see, I got glitter here. I get a little bit of glitter from the dried one. I get a lot of glitter if you don't let it dry. But still pet the ears. How's the texture of the ink? It doesn't feel dry at all. No, it actually feels like it's thin, but it's not dry. No, I haven't had any problems with that at all. Anna. So, yeah, this is a cool ink, but I think it's a special occasion ink. I can't imagine it has any water resistance, but maybe it will. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't tested it yet, so we'll see how that goes. But I will say, I'll show you all this because you're here, and why not, right? There's only 69 people here. Nobody will see it. I managed to spill a cup of coffee all over my desk yesterday. Here is an ink that I'll be reviewing very soon. Didn't really get coffee on it, but this one did. So this is Esterbrook Aqua and Shimmer Aqua, and this is not waterproof at all. There's a little bit of water resistance, and what I actually had to do was, there was still like a layer of coffee, like it was kind of brown. I just held this under the tap, and then I can actually read it. It says, a nice shimmer. The shimmer is a little bit unpredictable. Shimmer is what that says. So you can kind of read it because there's a little bit of gray underneath. Fortunately, I had already filmed these reviews. I don't think my pictures are the best, and I was going to retake the pictures, and I moved my hand across, and it's not coffee proof for sure. But moved my hand across my desk, knocked over a cup of coffee onto my Rhodia pad, which is around, oh, here it is, which is around here. There's a little bit of coffee on the edge. This is Venta Sodalite on some Rhodia, and it looks pretty okay. It's not best on Rhodia. It's just not, because the ink doesn't really want to, I don't know how to describe it. It's like the ink is very thin, and so it just kind of like gets pulled along the paper, and so you get ink, and I don't know. It's not my favorite look. I think it's better on some other papers. But that shimmer is Shazam as all heck. So, check that out for show. Anyway, you can find that at vanespens.com. Was it Vanes 18 something? What is? Let me find out what the heck her thing is. Vanes 1938 is the. Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. Vanes 1938 is her site. But anywho, there's that. It's 6 o'clock. Let me make sure that my Discord group hasn't popped off yet. No? Good. Good. My gaming Discord group, we might be playing some tabletop tonight, so I wanted to make sure. Nobody has said anything. We might not be playing tabletop. Let's try getting a couple of not that legible. No, it's not that legible. It's not. Up close, it's easier because what it does is it leaves behind. What do I do with it? I put it away. It leaves behind like a very faint gray, but it's not super legible. I would keep your water and stuff the heck away from Esterbrook Aqua. It's called Aqua. Doesn't like Aqua. Clear backpack or mesh bag for Una. That'd be funny. Yeah. Have I fed everyone? I have fed no one. No one. They're kind of weirded out because Audrey's not here. Scraggles really hasn't forgiven me for not letting Audrey come home. So I think she blames me a little bit. She's been hanging out in the living room. There you go. Thank you, Laura, for putting that up there. That was much more effective than my attempt. Let me get my Firefox up here. FPC. Wait. What's going on here? Why are you... Whoa. Something bad has gone on. Hold on. Huh. I had this all set up before, and now it's wonky. It's gone. Okay. Well. Let's see if I can recenter this. Center to screen. Uh-oh. That wasn't good. Huh. Well, let me just start over here. Delete. Yes. Plus. I knew I should not have let it do the update, but it doesn't really give me much of an option. Window capture. Add existing Firefox. There. Perfect. Perfect. I'll scooch this over here. Like that. We can do like this. Good. Okay. So this site is fpc.ink, which is a really great tool for cataloging your inks and making sure that you know like what inks you have and that sort of thing. Here is they have these. Let's see. Let's go home and see what they've got here. We can delete these. Cool. So it tells you there are like leaderboards and things. If you haven't seen these before, you should definitely check it out. It's free to use. You can become a patron and like throw a little bit of support Urban's way. Pen Chalet is having a special deal on Opus 88 Omars right now, $86. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Waiting for Grim to come out of hiding so I can give him meds. Aw. That sucks. Nice letter writing night. Nice. Yeah, my cats are around, but like, I don't know. They're a little bit weird that Audrey's not here. So they don't like it. Scraggles, we got into bed last night, and she likes to sit on she steals like my side of the bed. That's whoa. That's the thing that she does. But she she'll like, I'll make her scoonch and she'll do it. But last night she was like, she got on the bed and she just stared at me until I let her have my side and I slept on Audrey's side of the bed. Because she was like, no, you made her leave. You get to sleep over there. She's a weird dog. Yeah, fpc.ink and fountainpencompanion.com. That's the same place. We like a sample of RO's Silent Night. It was one of the LE 2020 holiday inks. Let me see if I have it. So, let's see. Inks. Let's see. Silent Night. Is it NITE? I don't have it. But since it's not something I can really show on the channel because nobody can get it, I appreciate the offer, but I'll pass for now. but thank you so much for the offer, Nancy. You hit Urban up. The new Scribe inks from the Parker guy are getting slotted in with the older Scribes ink brand. Interesting. Did you get some of those, Becky? I haven't tried them even. All right. Let's grab some inks here. Bam. Okay, so when you want to add an ink, you just click Add Ink, and it brings you here. So, taking off. Happy pizza night. See you later, Laura. Thanks for hanging out and being a mod. All right, so this is Birmingham. A lot of it will auto-populate, which is nice. The line is crisp. Ink name is VN. Should be 2 N's. What's going on here? And there we go. Pennsylvania slate. Bam. Maker, we don't need to put that in there. Type, I have a bottle. I have swabbed it. Have I used it? No, I haven't used it actually. Don't want to share it. You can choose not to share them, which is kind of cool. Let's see. Only malachite, which, yay, good green. Oh, that's good. You love their website? I love this website too. I used to keep it just in like an Excel spreadsheet. And this is so much easier. And I had so many to enter that he's like, look, just send me the Excel spreadsheet and I'll figure out how to import it. So he did, and it was great. Comment. Did I get this from somebody? Nope. Bought in 2021. And you click this Add Another Ink, save, and away you go. So after what's going on? Oh, I didn't like the space, I think. Let's try this. Save. Huh. What's the... Oh, duplicate? I've already got this. I should have checked the back. So after I enter something, I put a little check mark in there. All right. I was trying to make it do something it knows it shouldn't, so that's good. Let's see if I can find another Birmingham Pim Company ink to throw in there. Nope, guess I put them all in. Oh, a bunch of these are already done. Oh, Mike, what are you doing? Are all of these done? These are good. I've got fewer to enter than I thought I did. Checkmark saves the day. All right. These just need to be replaced in the set where they're supposed to be. All right. Diplomat it is then. That. Yep. Diplomat. There's no line name on these. This is called Orchid. I was disappointed in Orchid. Let's see, this is from Drum Goals. I've used it. Save. Yeah, good. All right. Now we put our check. Yep. Hi, Clipsy. No, you can't come up now. You wasted your time. I know. Check marks are smart. Need to audit what's in and what's not. Oh, yeah. I've got, and you have so many as well. In fact, let's look at the leaderboards. Let's see. Inks. You got to be up here somewhere, right? You're not. I'm number 10 on the Inks leaderboard. These are octopus. Yeah, they are. They're made by... Oh, you know what? I should put that in as a maker, shouldn't I? Look at that. All the hobbies. You're not showing up on any of these. Tisk. Bottles. Have you just not put them in there? Because I know you've got... Oh, there you are. You're on the top of the brands in Canadora. Top of the brands, but... You have 146 different brands? So many brands. Woo! Currently inked. Oh, I never do this. Wow, look at them all. Insomnia, number 1 for usage records. It's my boy Jim. I only care about the brand diversity. Yeah, well, you got that for sure. You got that for sure. You're number 17. Let's see what mine is. Home. So I'm in number 10 on the place for the inks leaderboard, 35 in the bottles, number 6 in samples, and number 14 in brands. I might pop up a little bit. We'll see. I haven't put anything in for a year. Yeah, I bet. Let's see how far off I am from being on the list. 91. I had to get to 101. I don't think I have another 11. I don't think I have another 11 inks or ink brands. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. See how it goes. Brand name. Dilphomet. Maker. This one's called Deep Green. It is a bottle. It's swabbed. I haven't used it yet. $2021. Good. Save. Check mark. I have put it in a pen. I'm going to learn to look at the back. Yovo Medium. I wonder what I have this in. All right. Let me look. Put in Daniel Smith Walnut. Interesting. You have random vintage or Asian inks that are like rare one-offs. Yeah. No, I think that's very cool. Esterbrook Evergreen. Sun Moon. Monsoon Sky. This is such a fun ink, this Monsoon Sky. Used it all up. Dilphomet Orchid. There we go. Oh, it was in the 50. Yeah, I don't have that anymore. Okay. I don't feel bad for not remembering. Royal Blue. Haven't tried it out. This one, these little lines are from an ink eraser. That's a thing that's available usually across the pond, but not so much here. Diplomat. Ink name. Royal Blue. Octopus. Good. I have a bottle. Swab. Just haven't used it yet. $2021. Save. I don't even know Daniel Smith. It's an artist ink. Use it in rapidographs, but not fountain pens. That's interesting. Why is it okay for rapidographs and not fountain pens? Like rapidographs have those little teeny tiny. I'm actually just gonna get a regular pen for this. Use this one. Rapidographs, those little teeny tiny pipes. Like they're not. I wouldn't think they would be more forgiving than fountain pens. That. Raised it? I have not. This one's a really weird one, right? It says it's red, but that ain't red. That ain't a red, y'all. I need to check their octopus eyes, because not red. One has some alcohol content. Really interesting. Something to do. I decided to swatch all your inks. You've run out of color rings waiting on a shipment and about 250 to go. Yeah, I've constantly got an extra pack or two because I run out. But do I have all mine swatched now? I think I have, if not all, at least maybe I've got them all. I think I've got them all swatched now, which I'm pretty happy about. Diplomat. This is Pine. Tree. Octopus. Bottle. I gotta put this one in a pen. Pine Tree looks really cool, and I just haven't gotten around to using it. I've gotten so many inks recently. Wow. New keyboard, by the way. That's my excuse. Your sunflower drawing is very cool, Carol. In fact, all the drawings I've seen from you are very cool. Doesn't according to the SDS you found? There's an SDS? Like an MSDS? That's awesome. I haven't used burgundy yet either. I need to use that. Like, how much better is this than the red, right? Look at that. What'd you miss? I don't know. Just some random stuff. But this is so much better than the red. Definitely use that before the red for sure. Yeah. I don't know what that means. All right. Seriously? Oh, you've been used. Prairie Reserve American Blue. Look at that brilliant blue. That is a good blue. You're going to want to use this in a fine nib, though. I had it in a medium, and it was very wet. It can be the same-ish price to buy a 250ml Octopus Fluids bottle of ink than to buy a Interesting. Interesting. Can you buy Octopus Fluid stuff over here or just in Germany? Diamine. Salamander. Got a bottle of that. I swabbed it. I have 100% used it. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite super dark greens. How neat is that, right? For some reason, I just never did a swatch card of it. All right. Yep, that one's already been cataloged. This is Calla Skinny, which actually does not even translate well on the screen. Like, it's so bright. This is just, it's fluorescent, is what that is. It's already been cataloged, though. Diamine Earl Grey. This was sent out by a viewer. Here is the Earl Grey right here. A little sample. Got this in a pen. And I like it. Oh, I haven't written the sample on the back. Let's see. Which pen did I put this in? This is why I keep notes. There are too many for me to not keep notes. Sama Una, that's what I thought. Yeah, I like Earl Grey pretty well too. It's not my favorite gray. My favorite gray is still that atmospheric Twilight. Super good. From Linen Toolbar, I believe. This is Diamine. This is some broad stub. It is a very nice gray. Not my favorite, but a very nice gray. Faber-Castell Storm Gray is awesome too. Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is. It's very good. It's just a little bit of a darker gray than what I usually go for. Like this is Atmospheric Twilight. Yeah, I can show it to you. Yeah. Linen Toolbar. Here it is, right there. Looks like this right here. It's just super good. Had that Twilight in it. It's out now. Try to decide if you want to stick with it or to clean it out. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But this is actually, I think, is this the only ink that's been in this John Albert? I don't know, maybe, but certainly up there. But look at that. Look at that gray. It's pigmented ink. I don't think you can get this color from just regular old dye stuff, but yeah, it is permanent. Yeah. I haven't, I don't remember how the water test worked out, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. But Diamond Earl Grey is a very nice, like, cloudy, like, very cloudy storm cloud gray, I think. Yeah, Salamander from Diamond is great. It's one of those inks you don't really hear much about, but it's super good. All right. Yeah, the Graf and Faber-Castell inks are very good. They're underrated for sure. Earl Grey. Type sample. Swabbed, used. Nancy, did you send me that? Yeah, you did. Right there, Nancy Rudy. There we go. If you like that kind of like storm cloudy gray, real nice. Sorry, what is the Linen Toolbar gray name? It's called Atmospheric Twilight, Carol. Atmospheric Twilight. Do I have a bottle here? Yeah, I do. Right there. I think I've only seen it at Shigura Inks. Shigura Inks. Looks like this. Turn love into ink. It doesn't actually say what it is on the box or the bottle, at least not in English, so I just had to remember. I tried Colorverse Antimatter. I don't think I have that one now. At least I don't think I've used it. But it's not a very impressive bottle, but it's just such a good gray. And here's the other weird thing about it. It looks blue. So if you look at it in the bottle, it appears like it's going to be blue. It's not. It's steely gray. Yeah. That was one I think that was in Audrey's Colorverse, or not her Colorverse, Audrey's Inkvent calendar that she made for me. She's like, nobody wants that. I was like, I found 2 or 3 inks I had to buy immediately after I used them. Standard line, not pigment. I think this one is pigmented. Let me look it up. Oh, you already got it right here. Look at that. It's so big. Why is it so big? Whoa, weird. It doesn't fit on my screen for some reason. Here we go. I don't know what that was about. Shading dark blue color? I don't know. It's not dark blue to me. There's something weird going on there, but another thing is that it will look different colors on different papers. Like that's what it looks like on Tomoe River, but it looks a little bit different on other papers. Yeah, inks in the series are all waterproof pigmented inks, it says. So, yep. Where's my... There it is. You should contemplate a cult pens order. Carlton sent out a newsletter saying Diamine intends to raise their price, so you got Diamine for 10% off until the end of the month. Then price hike. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how much they're going to raise it. Diamine's so inexpensive, though, that... And it's such a good ink, usually. Like, there aren't very many Diamines that I wouldn't recommend. Papier Plume. New Orleans. Bottle, swabbed it and used it. Becky says it might be separate from the atmospheric. I actually don't even know. It's another group that I have a hard time keeping them apart. Let's see, I have this in 2 pens. Let's go ahead and let's see. Here's one. What's the other pen I put this in? There we go. This is my Zizo, which has unfortunately developed a little bit of a cant. So like the silver line doesn't actually go through the center anymore when you cap it. Inkpent calendars listed. Yeah, I know. I've already got my order in from somebody, so we are good. Leonardo Blue. This Leonardo Blue is so wet. It looks entirely different in this than it does in the swatch. Like it looks very like bright blue there, and I think if I had a very thinner nib, it would do that. Perhaps with the Pura, which is like very fine. But I tell you what. From this nib, it looks a lot more like the Swatch. But from the medium, it comes out an entirely different blue. It's wild, right? Got your LTB from Juice Spree. Ting, the owner, is friends with the LTB team. He asked her questions. Interesting. She's a chemist, ink addict who opened up shop and has a lot of fun. That's fun. Now you have doubts and your LTB is still in boxes. Are you moving? I know you switched apartments a couple of times. All right. Leonardo Officina Italiana. Ink name. Blue. Comes in this very nice little bottle. Came with my Pura. But that's all I know. Don't know who made it. Oh, blue. You know, I've seen it listed this way. I'm going to put that Mediterraneo thing on there, even though it's not on the bottle. Swabbed and used. Comment. Yep. Colpins discussed the price by saying that even if the price was raised to £10, it'd still be really cheap. Reading between the lines, if they're talking £10, can be a significant hike. Yeah, it could be. Could be. Might be time to grab all that diamine while you can. Esterbrook. Aqua. I don't know who makes it. Nope, sample. Swabbed, used. From Kenro. Since January, now in a new place. Went to the flea market vintage route as much as possible. I'm only getting shelves and desk extension on Friday. Nice. A wall unit from a massive haberdashery. That's fun. Just this moment, received a bottle of Savvy Midori from Van Ness. Swabbed it. So fun. Thanks for the recommendation. You're welcome. I love Savvy Midori. Probably my favorite ink right now. I keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it until they stop making it. I like that ink. Here's the box right here, because I just refilled Audrey's pen. Boom. Savvy Midori. Tasha. Worth it. Expensive. Worth it. Swabbed. Used. Thought Horizon Blue was my favorite ink. Not anymore. I don't know. Is Horizon Blue... Like, at one time, it might have been my favorite blue. I used Horizon Blue quite a lot. But Savvy Midori... Oof. Blows Horizon Blue all out of the water for me. This is Shimmer Tangerine from Estabrook. I see a lot of gold shimmer in there. It's kind of subtle. I like it. You just got another bottle just in case there's ever a shortage. Yeah. Pannonia Lichen. Yeah, Pannonia Lichen looks very faint, but see, I probably actually got a swab of it in here. We probably swabbed that one live here. Pannonia. Apple green. Zoldiki. Musfrosh. There's Nettle from Pannonia, which I think is a really pretty green. There's Lichen. Zutsmo. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to write with that, frankly. Like, that is so pale. Just the palest green. It looks cool, but pale. So pale. I think for art, it might be good. For writing, I don't know. I got doubts. I have 2 Leonardo Blues. Interesting. Swatched it twice. There we go. Troublemaker Petrichor I haven't tried yet. I know I have a sample, but I haven't tried it yet. Still want a Thunderstorm Purple Gray ink with the scent of Petrichor. The scent of Petrichor? That would be pretty funny. Nope. Save. And then regular old Tangerine. Swabbed. May or may not be hoarding a lot of Lamy Petrol. I may have a few bottles of that myself. Might have a few bottles. Oh, this one. I'll put it in here, but... Really regular old Tangerine. Yeah, the I like the who is that? Straits Pens has stuff like that. They've got great names for the Straits Pens inks. So I said bad batch on here, but don't y'all worry. If you buy Estabrook Ebony, I'm sure it will work fine. I was talking to Carrie about it, and as you can see here, like you can see it feathering on this Colodex card. Like look at that, look at those feathers. And I was like, that's weird. It also bled through, and I'm like, that's weird. So I asked him about it. He said, oh yeah, that was my bad. He did a bunch of samples, and then he washed out his syringe that he was using, and he forgot to get all the water out of it. And so some of us like I don't know, YouTube and Instagram people got little vials of ebony that just bleed and feather like mad because they're full of water. So, you know, yours will be fine. That was just a technical screw up when he sent it out to us. So, actual smell of, yeah, I know what it is. Yeah. I know what the smell of Petrichor is. I think it's fun. I think it would be cool to have an ink that smelled that way. Reminds you of childhood and listening to the rain on the roof during monsoon season. I'm gonna read that into the microphone. The actual smell of rain on hot earth is called petrichor. It reminds me of my childhood and listening to the rain on the roof during monsoon season. Like, the interesting thing about petrichor is it's actually, like, isn't it the smell of like molds or something that's in the soil, and when like it gets hit with water, it blasts that scent up into the air, and that's what you smell? Like, it's not actually, like, it's actually the smell of a particular thing. It's not harmful, it's just that's what it is. Looking to get some of the old formula Birmingham inks. You agree with Mike. You like their old formulas especially. Yeah, right? The old formulas just are better. Also, they won't tell me who made those inks, which I wish there would, because I want to get that person to make me just a gallon of the Panther Blue. I just want a gallon of it. Swim around in it. All right. Esterbrook. Ebony. Did that one. Sample. Swabbed. I pre-ordered the Inkvent calendar. I'm gonna have problems not opening it all and waiting like a kid in a candy store. I hear ya. I have a lot of self restraint. I like the most fun part of those calendars to me is not the inks, it's the surprise, and so that's how I hold myself back. Also let peeps know that Ghost Ship from Van Diemen's Underwater series is a bust. Doesn't dry and looks like nothing like the Swatch online. Yeah, I have heard that some of those Van Diemen's Underwater ones are real inconsistent. There's a mix of diamine and diatramentus in the old BPC. Interesting. Like, I know that's who did it back when they were... shoot, what were they called? They would, like, rebottle some ink when they... Back before they were Birmingham Pin Company, there was something else. And they were... those are just rebranded diamine. I asked them if it was diamine, and they said no, but wouldn't tell me who made it. So maybe it's diatramentus? I don't know. It's a petroleum derivative substance in the soil, hence the name. Not mold, but dead prehistoric things. Diamine was X fountain pens. That's what it was, X fountain pens. Let's see, petrichor. A pleasant smell. What's it from? Wikipedia. Whoa, the word is constructed from Greek petra rock or pestros stone and ichor, the fluid that flows in the veins of the gods in Greek mythology. Wild. Mechanism. How does that work? MIT. Soil, porous foams. Oh, raindrop lands on a porous surface. Air from the pores forms small bubbles which float to the surface and release aerosols. Aerosols carry the scent as well as bacteria and viruses in the soil. Raindrops move at a slower rate. It's a bacterium. Yep. From actinomycetes. Yeah, they're actinobacteria. They're just kind of everywhere. Yep. There you go. Science. Science, science, science. Now we know what petrichor is. Maybe the SF Pin Show has his feed playing on a big screen at the show. That would be hilarious, but, you know. Let's see. Underwater series has multiple problems. The problem is that they're not consistent in the Underwater series is what I hear. Like, some of them are perfectly fine, and some of them just aren't good at all. So if you get a good one, cool. If you don't, you're not going to like it. Birmingham bottles say made in Germany. Yeah. So probably not diamine, right? Like, they're English. I'm not sure who's in Germany. Diatramentus? I don't know. I feel like they're French. I don't know. Loving your parrotfish bioluminescence. So Lisa Van Ness didn't even want to give me bottles of that stuff to test out. She's like, you're not going to like it. It's going to be inconsistent. Let's see. Good. Yeah, no, whatever. They're a small maker, and they've had some... Octopus is in Germany. That's true, but these aren't octopus. Or at least Panther is an octopus. That's for sure. Diatramentus is German. Okay. Could be them. Could be them. Maybe I need to get on the horn with them and be like, look, I know you're not supposed to tell me this. Do it anyway. Chesterfield. That's what it was. The Chesterfield inks were diamine rebrands. And Chesterfield was sold by X Fountain Pens. Ink name. So I haven't used this Shimmer Lilac, but Audrey has. And she really liked it. There it is. An FC Broad Stub, Shimmer Lilac. Just a little, it's a nice lilac ink, like a dark lilac with a little bit of gold shimmer in there. Not a huge amount, but a little bit. It's enough. R&K. Doesn't feel like R&K to me. Those particular ones. I feel like I've used enough of those to know. Like R&K has a feel to it. Able to purchase a few of the last Mnemosiny inks before they sold out. Have like 100 of each. 100 mils must be the blue and black. Oh, 100 each of the blue and black cartridges. Wow, nice. I only got one Mnemosiny ink, and then they went out of the business before they changed over, and so I never reviewed it. It's like Solar Storm or something. It's a pretty okay orange. Just feel was Diamine. There's also a line of peppermint inks. Yeah, you like it, shockingly. Yeah, I'm sure shocked that you like this very nice grapey purple color with a little bit of gold shimmer. If that shimmers, and I'm sure it is, that shimmer's the same as is in the aqua, it's great. It's very fine particles, totally good. Love the texture of R&K. Wish they had more colors. Have you used any of the R&K sketch ink series there, Anna or Carol? Because they're like pigment inks, and they're pretty nice. Ring endorsement. Yeah, it's fine. I didn't like it. Didn't hate it. It's totally fine. This is meh. Wait. Okay. So blue. Doesn't really have a line name. I'll just have to make a note of it being new. DC Super Show blue. Very nice blue. Kind of wet. Pretty wet. I don't think I have it in a pen at the moment. Here now you should. Good colors and texture. Yeah, some of them are really cool. Some of them are pretty meh, but there are some of them that I liked enough to buy a bottle. I forget which one it is, but there's definitely one that I liked enough to buy a bottle. At least one. Oh, Maker. I should put Yafa here for those. That would make sense. Don't think I've actually used this one yet. Have the sketch inks, one color of each, in a dedicated Kaweco Sport. I mean, you don't have to worry about it. It's not like base date or something. You can use it in whatever you want. I've never had a problem with them in any of my pens. I used, what was it, Lily? I want to say it was Sketch Ink Lily or something. It's like a weird, like murky green brown. I really like it. Okay, looks like we're back. Sorry, looks like we dropped there real quick. Look at a dip. Woo! To nothing. Off inks, just a second. Love your Shown Ultim. Manage your favorite pen. They're really good, right? I've got two now. I have it in the regular Ultim, and I got the black one. Both are great. I mean, obviously, it's the same thing. But super good. I want to say it's Lily. That seems right to me. Emma's the greeny one. Are there ready-made ink swatches with high-quality paper like Tomoe? I don't know about Tomoe anymore. The only thing I have for Tomoe River is my is this thing, which is my ink journal, and it's really just pages of Tomoe River. But then you have this thing that you put behind the page, so that you can make your ink swatches. But no, not Tomoe River. Not for cards. You wouldn't want that. There are, however, these. Here's another one. This is that Sodalite. And these are ink collection cards by Shoot. I forget who they're by. These are also from Goer inks. These are actually very good. I bet it says who the maker is down there in the bottom, and I can't read it. These are very nice. You want to? I'll want to press these flat. Once you press them flat, put them under a book or something. It'll be totally good. So, yeah, these are pretty. I'd say these are fairly similar to Tomoe River in terms of like how they make ink look, but they're a little bit thicker. So, Tsubame, that's it. Thanks, Gadget. That's it. But those are pretty good. I like them. Should probably do that one next. This is Pin BBS Shanghai. Somebody, oh, duplicate? Maybe this will let me do it. Okay, good. Yeah, they're pretty good. Oh, you found it? Good. Good job, Claire. That's it. There they are. It's 10 bucks for, why are you so weird looking? For 150 of them. So I think that's a pretty good deal. Yeah. You gave me that Shanghai in DC? Is that, no, you didn't give me Shanghai. You gave me, because this is a whole bottle. I think I got this from Lisa Van Ness. You gave me a little bottle from a French company that I'm blanking on the name for. But yeah, Shanghai is real good. I've got a big old bottle of this stuff. That is some ultra fine shimmer. Super good. Yeah. Somebody, I think it was Becky, wanted to see that next to the Tangerine, Shimmer Tangerine. And they're like kind of similar colors, but then Shanghai really overloads. Yeah, that's the one. L'Ecritore. L'Ecritore? Yeah. But yeah, Shanghai is a banger of an ink. Do I have that bottle in here? No, I already put it away. But it's kind of like this, but it's bigger. It's about this big instead of this, twice as much or something. But just a banger. Carts of Penman Sapphire? Oh, I didn't get any carts of Penman Sapphire. That sounds dope, though. I have a sample of Penman Sapphire that somebody gave me in, George gave me in SF a couple of years ago. $111 Shanghai. A bottle. Swabbed and used. There we go. Can't get the Shanghai bottle anymore, huh? Well, Becky, you let me know. I'll hook you up. Oh, you gave me a, I don't know, it was a while ago. Can you compare Pin BBS Shimmer quality to Vinta? I think I think you can compare those together. Yeah, I think they'd be comparable. Seems to be. It's the point where if you're on Twitch, I'd redeem points to get a folksy expression. Oh man, do I have a folksy expression for you? Oh, well, good thing we're not on Twitch because I don't have one on the top of my head. Let's do a few more and then bang off. I'm a calming presence. There's no way that's true. Let me make sure my board game group hasn't. Nope. Looks like I'm not playing board games today. Favorite little stationery shop in Paris. Your inks are artisanal and yet good. You guys should come visit. I think Paris could be fun. We got I Google Texas sayings. Oh, these are good. Oh yeah. I don't even think of these as being folksy. You can't see them on there. Yeah, here's one for you. That guy's all hat and no cattle. All hat and no cattle. It means he's a show off. Talks a big game, got nothing to back it up. All hat, no cattle. That's a solid one. I don't even think. Yeah, definitely heard that one for sure. Folksy expression, one of the best Twitch redeems you've seen. Great. I'm glad. All hat, no cattle. That's such a good one. This is Copper Burst. All bowl, no steer. Don't take any wooden nickels. I don't know. Is that can't be like down southy? That one's one of those ones everybody knows, right? That dog won't hunt. That's a pretty good one too. It's a pretty good one. Lost as a ball on high weeds. Now that one I haven't heard, but I immediately know what it means. Yeah, I haven't heard that one. He's not growing up. Just got permission from Lisa to 45 minutes ago to show that ink. It just showed up. Nice. Chocolat. Swab, but I haven't used this one yet. Maybe not, I'm a northerner. Yeah, I mean, so like my upbringing was a little bit weird maybe, but like a lot of my family's in New England and whatnot. So I spent most of my year, I mean, I grew up in South Texas on the coast. Love the channel. I've used Diamine Salamander. We were literally just talking about that. Absolutely. I love that ink. It's great. Slicker and snot on a doorknob. That's a good one. Didn't grow up with that one. But like a lot of my family is in New England. So I grew up in Texas, and then like I'd spend my winters up in like Massachusetts or Vermont or out in Alabama or something. And so I'd pick up stuff from all over the place. So Audrey laughs because like she hasn't heard most of these absurd folksy sayings. I guess Ohio doesn't really have those so much. And so I'll say something like finer than frog hair or dark like the inside of a cow. And she'll be like, what is wrong with you? And so it gives us a good laugh. It's another Becky favorite. No, this is the bottle. Don't think I've used this one. No, haven't used it yet. Looks really nice though. Private Reserve Arabian Rose. Meaner than a junkyard dog. Yep. Should have got off the pot. Solid one. Yep. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Who makes Shanghai? That's Pin BBS, Greg. Pin BBS. Not folks you always love. So twisted they can see the back of their own head. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Dark like a wolf's mouth. Ooh. What we use around here is hotter than a dog's mouth. Hotter than a dog's mouth. For when something is pretty hot and humid, like a dog breathing in your face. Naked as a jaybird? Yeah, I think everybody has that. Darn tootin'? That's right. I think that's everywhere. Jim Croce. Yep, he has a song about that. Oh, I didn't actually put this one in. Good job, Mike. Black cherry I have for sure used. I eyedroppered this Conklin All-American with it because it said you could, and I was curious about that because this All-American has metal hardware in here. I'm not really sure why it's got metal in there, but it does. And so I was like, well, let's put ink in there because traditionally you don't want to mix ink and metal when you're eyedroppering. And this is also just hella wet, this black cherry. This is a very wet medium nib and a very wet ink, and it is a terrible combination. Uh-oh, there we go. This is actually a very nice pen to write with. I was kind of surprised by how much I like this. Sometimes they really get it right, and they did for that one with this one for sure. But you can see it's still dry. It's actually a very wet ink for sure. Let's see. Pin BBS 111. Yeah, there you go. Thanks. Bull in a China Shop. Everybody's got that one. Mythbusters even did like a bust on that one. Turns out bulls are very careful in China shops and don't break anything. It's amazing. But Black Cherry, this is actually, I think, my first ink that I ever bought myself. Private Reserve Black Cherry. I've gone through bottles of this in the olden days. Love that one. From... There you go. Of course, your grandchildren were being good. It was Grandpa coming and raising Cain. I mean, raising Cain usually means like getting into trouble, causing a ruckus. Raising Cain. Matter in a Wet Hen. That one's pretty good. Like that. A few sandwiches short of a breadbasket, or a few sandwiches short of a picnic. That's another good one. Mad as a bag of hammers. Mad as a bag of hammers? I've heard dumb as a bag of hammers. I've never heard mad as a bag of hammers. Or dumb as a bucket of hair. That was I love dumb as a bucket of hair. Like, it's one of those insults. It's like, yeah, you know, that's pretty dumb, bucket of hair. Not firing all cylinders. Yep, for sure. Recently seen the big bottle of Shanghai for sale on AliExpress in 2 shops. Interesting. I wonder why it's so hard to get a hold of. But yeah, it's a banger. I would say, Bud, you're worse than the kids. Well, yeah. Raining cats, dogs, and hammer handles for when it's raining real hard. Anybody used this Buttercup ink before? It looks like it might be pretty good, but I haven't actually inked it up yet. It looks like it'd actually be a usable yellow, which is wild. Dumb as a bag of hammers? Yeah, there you go. How's the PR mold issue been since they were re-released? They're being made in an entirely different place to high spec, so I don't think there's going to be any mold issues. Also, Jaffa knows for sure that there was this problem with Private Reserve. They gave him a bad name, and so you can bet they're being very careful with that. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about that at all. Oh, Pen BBS makes inks by seasons, and they don't make them anymore. Ah, there's a problem. An eye in the shovel, a penny in the hole. We made that up for us. Oh, I was like, I've never heard about that. Good. I'm glad. Had a sergeant work for you once to describe one of his privates as that boy has a whole lot of quit in him. Yep. You can either have a whole lot of quit or you got no quit. There's no like medium quit. Like, Mike's got a little bit of medium quit. Nope. It's either no quit or all quit. Or a whole lot of quit. Just enough orange? Yeah, I think so. Just enough. I don't know what it is, but it looks good, though. I'm going to have to put that in a pen. Pen BBS is actually a community that initially like FPN, so it's hobbyists making products, not like usual. Oh, interesting. But they got like pens and stuff, too, right? That's I don't know, it seems like they got a whole brand going on there. Had a boss told me his kids came home with an assignment from school to gather sayings they're using in the family. Oh, that's good. That's a good assignment. Good little family history assignment for sure. Sample, swabbed. Have I used it? I think I've used it. Maybe I haven't. We'll uncheck that for now. Well, look, lucky yellow, and you're looking for a cooler, more saturated yellow for art. Yeah, lucky yellow? I used golden yellow. I don't know if I ever used lucky yellow. I don't know that one. This is a nice green, though. I like that family of green. I love green inks, too. They're such a good color family. Another Esterbrook. I am pretty sure I've got cobalt blue in something. Let's see. Pig yellow. I don't know. It's a dangerous assignment. Oh, you might find some real stuff. You might find out some stuff. We use some sayings in the family. Cobalt blue. Arrow Factory fine nib. Here it is. Let's see. Is it still writing? Yeah, it is. Good. This is a totally fine ink. It's just kind of like you can get other ones like this, you know. Like it's not blowing my doors off. I like Aqua better, but it writes very nicely. Stays good in a pen for a long time. No complaints. Just kind of meh. Like there's a lot of dark blues that are kind of like cobalt, unfortunately. But if that's the only bad thing I have to say about an ink, it's not bad. Now bring back Lamy Dark Lilac. I hope they don't, because, you know, that's my retirement plan. Got a couple of bottles of that hidden away as well in the old ink shelf. I make pens their own nibs, now especially in inks, but it's hobbyists doing everything. Interesting. What would be your ink or inks that you would choose to resurrect? Oh, yeah. Mont Blanc Leonardo Red Chalk. So good. That might be like the one that's dead that I really need to come back. What for pizza tonight? I'm just gonna rock some Red Baron tonight. I ain't fancy. Great man, grandmother always cut one end of the game off before putting in one end of the game. I don't know what that is. Cut one end off of what, Russell? Gotta run. See you later, Greg. Take care. Key and Peel, man. I have no idea what that means. That's a good expression, though. I'm not going to use it. That's a good expression. Remember that PR avocado wasn't actually spelt wrong. Avocado is a guitar finish. I have never heard that before. I will tell you that they fixed the spelling. Oh, did I do this twice? Look at me doing this one twice. This is so nice, I swatched it twice. Sailor Kobe Go Deep Blue, or Goer Deep Blue. This is from PB. She let me borrow this bottle. I have been enjoying it. Kobe? I'm going to say Kobe. Name. I'm going to say I have a sample because I'm going to give her the bottle back. Oops. Did I? Okay. We're good. We're good. Falling asleep typing. Good night. See you later, Anna. Take care. Good seeing you again. Had 2 bottles of dark lilac, but a friend had used his 1 bottle to gift out to people samples. Gave him one because that was so nice and he deserved another full bottle. That is real nice of you. Oh, pot roast. Oh, pot roast, carrots and potatoes and gravy. That's pretty good. Sparingly using your Mont Blanc corn poppy. Is corn poppy discontinued? I know they got rid of a bunch of their basic colors, but I can never remember which ones. All right, we are not. We are maybe halfway through this stack, but it is after 7, so I'm gonna call it a day for that, and we will come back to these. Thanks for hanging out with me and looking at some inks. Everyone says it is. I believe it. I know there were a few that they like introduced kind of late and then discontinued a little early, and I think corn poppy might have been in that list, which is too bad. Have a good one. Thank you very much, Claire. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, do that. Like and subscribe. Do those YouTube things. Let me turn this off. Just shut down some things. There we go. It's a good day's inking. I think so. I think so. So thanks very much for hanging out. If you are in San Francisco and want to go to a pen show, that's going on right now, today through Sunday. If you go, say hi to Audrey for me. Tell her you saw it here. And, you know, I hope you all have a great weekend. Think about what you put out in the world. Make it a better place. Thank you again to all my mods. And thanks to all of you for hanging out. It's been great. And sorry the little chat window thing didn't work. I don't know what the heck's going on with that, but like, whatever, man. So y'all take care, and I will see y'all next week. Peace out.